Josh Hazlewood is back for Bangalore. He was one of their leading bowlers last season, and we saw glimpses of his true potential in that game against Lucknow Super Giants. He's the player under the spotlight as they now take on Delhi Capitals. Shaun Tait and Muzumdar here to set that up for us. Shaun, Hazlewood almost has been that prototype in terms of hitting the hard lengths and getting wickets. How have you, on a broader level, seen his evolution as a T20 bowler?
Yeah, I always thought he was going to be a really good T20 bowler. He probably had to play more of it as well. He's sort of known as even one-day cricket. I think he's a superb ODI bowler as well. But he was always sort of not pigeonholed, but for a while there he was the Test cricketer, the good areas, the extra bounce. But yeah, he's brought his game, and he doesn't bowl too dissimilar in either format either. He sort of keeps it pretty simple. He can bowl at the death as well in T20. Highly skilled, as good as he gets in the world in all three formats, yeah.
A tough venue for him to make a season debut in Lucknow with its evident lack of pace. But as he bowls on other surfaces, how much of a threat will that RCB opening attack be? Because Mohammad Siraj has shown the form of his life. You add a Hazlewood on song, and all of a sudden this RCB bowling lineup is quite threatening.
You know, if you make of the RCB team, there were two boxes that they had to tick mark. One was that bowling lineup. Beyond Mohammad Siraj, there wasn't anything threatening. Now suddenly there's Josh Hazlewood added into that lineup, and it becomes threatening. The second one was in the middle order. Beyond the top three or the faces of RCB, Kohli, Glenn Maxwell and Faf du Plessis. There wasn't anybody who could take the game away from the opposition. Now they've added Kedar Jadhav over there in that lineup. So Josh Hazlewood being added in that bowling lineup becomes a very potent bowling lineup. With Harshal Patel can mix it up. Mohammad Siraj is in red hot form. Josh Hazlewood would hit the deck bowler. I think, and with Hasaranga there, I think they've got a settled bowling attack and would be threatening to all the teams. I think Hazlewood is a fantastic addition for them.
Aren't RCB glad to have him back? It took a while getting the clearances. He's been coming off an injury layoff. Some interesting comments in the media from Michael Clarke, who told Fox earlier this week that he's wondering why he's over here playing the IPL and not preparing for the Ashes. Is there any merit to those comments?
I mean, it's a heavy-weighted opinion coming from Clarkey, ex-Australian skipper, and obviously, yeah, in his mind when he's talking in the media, it's obviously just Australian Test cricket. That's where he is. But when you're over here in India, it's a different story. It's the IPL, and at the end of the day, the cricket landscape is the IPL is the biggest competition in the world, and it's up there with Test cricket. I mean, as far as it goes, okay, different formats, but it's high profile. He's heavily paid as well, which is not the only reason he's here. He's been playing for a long time, so it's not only financial. It's a chance to be in this competition. At the end of the day, he's playing cricket as well. He's playing against the best players in the world. Yeah, sure, he could be at home and getting his workloads up, bowling in the nets, but I just tend to think, you're better off here playing against the best players in the world. He's in the nets probably bowling with Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis. I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
Right. Amol, Delhi in their last game did what many would have thought unthinkable. They toppled Gujarat Titans. Yeah. Can they disrupt RCB's party? Because RCB too are in that crowded mix of teams who can't be losing a lot of games right now.
Delhi Capitals are, they've had a funny season. First they couldn't get off the mark, and now suddenly they're toppling some top opposition. I mean, Gujarat Titans, that win, they will carry that momentum, they'll carry that confidence from the dressing room and go back to Delhi and play a home game over there. So I think last thing you could do is take them lightly. Don't take Delhi Capitals lightly because they are slowly getting into their groove.
Who do you fancy in this one?
RCB.